everybody. How are you today? It's sunny on Sunday here at the studio. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm just cleaning up my workspace a little bit before I get started. Painting silk today. See if I can't organize the camera a little bit better so you can see me. How's that work? Pretty good? Hi. What are you guys up to today? I'm going to stretch out some silk and paint it with you. Love it if you could leave a little comment while we're live. Let me know where you're watching from. That would be cool. Say hi, check in. So I don't know how many of you have been following me, but I've had a little break in the action from when I was up at Miata Studios in Merlin, Oregon. That was a really inspiring place to work from for a spell, but now I'm back in action in Ashland, Oregon. Just a little way away, but back at my home studio, which of course you know I call Planet Joy. So it's a real pleasure to have you here with me today. And it's my goal to do live videos regularly. I'm hoping weekly. I can't always make it, but I'm going to do my best to be here, show up, show you some of the stuff I've got going on in the studio, and also show you some of the silk things I'm making. There was a break in the action between June and now, where I didn't have a studio space, so I developed a line of scarves from printed fabric, and they are gorgeous. They're a little bit lower price point, as you would imagine, from printed fabric to hand-dyed fabric. There's little change in the expense of the material, I guess. Silk painted or silk printed. I did choose cool prints that I think are timeless, classic, beautiful for the printed scarves and shawls and whatnot. But it's so good to be back in the studio and working again. So right now I'm just pushing the pins through the edge of the silk. All the silk scarves that I make come from China. China makes the best quality silk that I've found, and so I use Chinese silk, and these come with the hand-rolled edge. So I push my stretcher pins through the hand-rolled edge of the silk, and that's what makes the silk stay tight on the frame for painting. And I usually plan the colors that I'm working with a little bit. Some of it has to do with the colors that I know my customers really like. And can you guess those colors? Anybody want to put a guess in the comments? That would be very cool. I see there's a few people watching with me right now. I sure appreciate you being here. Can you please put in the comments where you are watching from? I think that would be really interesting. I'd love to know who's here and where you are located. Okay, so today I'm going to be working with some of the most popular colors that I have found. As long as I've been painting silk, the most favorite colors are, can you guess? Blue, green, and purple. So there's a lot of variations, as you know, in nature of blue, green, and purple. And there are a lot of variations of dye colors in the cool color family. I'm going to be working with turquoise. And just going to lay the color down as I introduce them to you. Little spiral movement here with some turquoise. Can you see okay? Good. This is so on the fly. And the green I've chosen is a blend of emerald green with a touch of what they call artichoke, which is a dark, deep green. That darker shade of green tones the color, and for me, it brings it into more of a realistic shade than just that vivid, hot jewel green that we associate with emerald. Emerald is a gorgeous gem. It's in the crown jewels. It's one of my favorite gemstones. So I often put one brush stroke down and then come back with a second brush stroke just to emphasize the color saturation in the fibers of the silk. You can't see the silk too well, can you? Let's see if I can prop that up a little better. Have a little learning curve going on here with the live video. Your comments are always appreciated. Love to hear your thoughts, impressions. Definitely would love to hear where you're watching from. Can you see that a little bit better? If it was even higher, it would be better, but I can't really work on it if it's too high. So there you can see. And I keep on spraying the silk with a little bit of water. That's what gets the fibers wet, and the wet fibers definitely allow the dye to penetrate and fully saturate the fibers of the silk. And mostly I go for complete saturation of the fibers. I think that fully saturated silk looks so good compared to white spots showing through, although sometimes I make a design where I allow the white to bleed through, or to remain is actually what happens. The white fibers remain white because, as you can see, the silk starts out pure white and the pigments are added. So I'm just right now creating some shapes with some cool colors: emerald green, turquoise blue. I'm marrying the edges of the two colors in some places, leaving some spots of white. I'm not sure how this one is going to turn out, but I do know I'm going with a cool palette today and a spiral motif. The thing I use to get the movement in the colors of the silk is rock salt or kosher salt. You can get all kinds of fancy salts from Dharma Trading Company. You can use table salt. You can use pink salt. You can use sea salt. I have used in the past rock salt that I grind in a mortar and pestle. Sometimes I do that when I'm feeling kind of fancy, I guess. Grinding salt for all the work that I do is kind of hard, so I use Morton's kosher salt. It has a great grind and it works really good. So, let me see. I think I'm going to blend a little light purple for the background, or at least another little touch of spiral movement in this design. So I've diluted some purple dye, and I'm just mixing that up a little bit. I use dedicated brushes. If you've seen my other demo videos, you know that I am a low impact silk studio. We use as little water as possible, and the way I achieve that in one way is to just use the same brush for the same color all the time. That way I don't have to rinse it out and wash it out, and therefore I use less water. So that's why I call this a sustainable studio. So here we go. Ooh, I like that. I like that pale shade of purple. And it is a nice pastel, which is a very pretty contrast to the saturated turquoise and vivid emerald green. I see a couple more people are watching now. Hi, you guys. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure to make a little comment and let me know where you're watching from. Love to know where my peeps are coming from, what part of the state, what part of the country, what part of the world you're in. Really happy to see you guys here with me in the studio today. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I said before, I'm going to try to make a live video from the studio on a regular basis so that you guys can see what I'm up to on Planet Joy. It is pretty cool what technology is doing for us now. Live video on Facebook is a very fun way for me to connect with you all. So make sure you leave a little comment where you're viewing from. I'd love to know if you're also a creative person, what is your creative medium? And or maybe let me know what your favorite color is, or any sort of comment along those lines. Love seeing the comments rolling in while I'm painting live. So I'm just going ahead and filling in the background now with this amethyst color. I'm going to call it amethyst. It's a pale purple or lavender, which creates a pretty visual contrast to the more saturated turquoise and emerald green on this. This is a small scarf. It measures 8 inches wide by 54 inches long. It's a very easy scarf to get started wearing if you don't wear scarves very often. This size is really easy to wear. I'm going to grab one over here. Let's see. Just going to demonstrate with a white scarf because working in the studio, I don't keep my wardrobe scarves in here. I wouldn't want to spill any dye on them. So I'm just going to do a little scarf demo with this white one. I'll show you how easy it is to wear this size scarf. Let's see. Let's work on this camera angle a little bit. And bring you up a little bit closer. Hi! That's better. And I'm going to get these dye pots out of the way. So here's this same scarf that I have on the table. Easy to wear. Give it a loop around the neck, just like that. Cool. Give it a little twist and tie, and you've got another style. Cool. Okay, here's a cute way that you may or may not know about. Wrap it around your neck. Find the edge, that little edge of your scarf. You could use any size scarf for this. This little scarf looks super cute. I say pinch an inch. See, I just pinched a little edge of the scarf, and now I am making a little end over end knot, and you can see how beautifully that gathers it up. It adds a really pretty drape and a fullness to the scarf. You can wear it right down in front like this. You can turn it around to the side. You always have to fluff your scarf a little bit. Take it to the side, put one to the back and one to the front. Bring it all the way to the back. Looks pretty back there. Oh, you can see it in the mirror. Huh, how do you like that? You can wear it in the front, pull down. Anyways, this is a cool scarf, an easy starter scarf, a nice gift for someone or for yourself. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I don't know if there's any comments. I don't have my glasses on. Not really sure what you guys are saying, but I'm really glad you came to watch me online today with my live video. I will be back, and I hope you will join me next time. I'll put up a little announcement and give you a heads up. And again, please leave a comment if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Also, if you have any particular interests that you would like me to go over, discuss, show you, what have you. Have a great day, you guys, and I'll talk to you later.